What's up guys, it's BT here, and today we're looking at 3 different IEMs at 3 different price points for gaming, all of which are under $100. So I've got you guys covered today without breaking the bank, and the reason why I want to make this video is a lot of people have been asking for IEM recommendations for gaming. So I do want to kind of touch on IEMs versus the big over ears as well. So IEMs have a few benefits over their bigger counterparts. They're lightweight, which makes them great for longer gaming sessions without fatigue. They isolate you more from the outside world, causing you to be more immersed in your game compared to open back cans. They can also be powered straight from your audio device or PC in this case. The only problem is that if you are far away from your PC, the cables just aren't long enough. So I do recommend getting an extender 3.5mm cable that I'll post down below in the comments. Using this method of connection won't degrade the sound too much, if at all, so don't worry about that. You can also use a DAC amp to close the distance and to get a cleaner sound as always, and I'll again link another budget option down below. But to sum it up, these are way more low maintenance than your typical bare dynamic open back headphones. One thing to note is if you are looking to switch over from an over ear headset is that you will lose some of the imaging that you would get from having a bigger driver firing at all parts of your ear. In real life, the way we interpret sounds is by sounds bouncing off our environments like walls and then into the crevices of our ears, and then it goes down into our ear canal. With IEMs, you're kind of skipping one function of the ear by getting rid of those creases, and the driver is just going straight into the canal. But I will say that the IEMs on this list do actually do a good job of imaging the game and your surroundings. All right, so the first IEM on the list today is for those of you who don't want to break the bank. The KZ ZSN Pros come in at $25. What a name and what a price. They are extremely cost efficient for what you're getting, but there are some sacrifices that you will have to make on the music side of things. They have this hook design that goes up and over your ear from the back side. I prefer this style of earbud for a couple of reasons. One, it locks the earbud into place with the blocky design, and two, the hook alleviates the cable from pulling down on the earbud, preventing your ears from getting all that fatigue when you have those normal earbuds that just hang down. These are also using silicone tips that go into your ear canal. Overall, these are comfy, but they do tend to stick out a little bit more than I'd like, and because of that I need to readjust them more often than not, and I'd say it's about once every hour, so it's not horrible, but I did find myself having to readjust them once in a while. So if you're not picky when it comes to music listening and you play most of the games, the KZ ZSN Pros will get the job done. You can tell the sound is a step below, but if you're looking to get into the IEM world and gaming is your priority, then the KZ ZSN Pros will be plenty enough to place your enemies and get a decent image of your game. These really pack a punch with deep bass, so shots, explosions will sound very immersive. The soundstage isn't as good as others on the list, but it's still pretty good. Now, what you want for gaming in an earbud is to produce a 3D image in your mind. You want to be able to imagine that map on the ramp, and then you also want to hear somebody is there. These do that well, it's just the clarity for me that really suffers. It doesn't have that layering effect. What I mean by that is, imagine you have a cake with 3 different flavors, chocolate, vanilla, and strawberries. You get a slice, you dive your fork all the way through, you get all 3 layers, you take a bite, but the only thing you taste is chocolate. You don't taste the strawberry, you don't taste the vanilla. That's what these are. They get the job done, but the image is lacking that complexity in the sound department. But it's all good because these are $25. So if you're looking to dip your toe into the IEM pool and don't want to sink a bunch of money, the KZ ZSNs will get the job done. Now, before we go on to my favorite IEMs of the day, let's hear a quick word from our sponsor, Surfshark. Now, Surfshark is a desktop program or browser extension that allows you to essentially place your computer anywhere in the world, allowing you to stay anonymous while you browse the internet in peace. But it also serves many more functions, as it can allow you to view Netflix from different countries, get amazing deals on websites like Amazon and AliExpress, even when they're blocked in your country. It keeps you and your data safe while you're in public at a Starbucks or a airport. Also, this next point is key. I love that they allow you to add unlimited devices so you and your friends can share one account. So click the link in the description, enter the code BT for 83% off and 3 extra months free. You split that between you and a couple of your friends, and you're paying less than a piece of gum for more security and a private online life. Now remember, when you're supporting Surfshark, you're also supporting this channel, so I appreciate every single one of you guys that goes out and supports Surfshark. Next up, we have the Linsoul T2 Pluses. What's up with these names? Now these were the surprise earbud of the three. You could have told me these were $300 and I would have believed you, but instead they're only $55 on Amazon. Now here's a few reasons why they surprised me. For one, it's the comfort. If that's a high priority for you, the beautiful aluminum alloy design with smooth edges are super comfortable compared to the blocker designs of the other two IEMs on the list today. They've also included silicone ear tips as well as foam tips depending on your preference. Silicone will give you more of a bassy response and foam will isolate you more from the outside world at the expense of some bass. Personally, I just stuck with the silicone tips because I love me some bass. The downside to these earbuds is the cable, pretty loose and can get caught on things if you're not careful. The one thing that stood out to me most about these was the sound. Sound-wise, these are my favorite of the bunch. I go as far as to say that these are in my top 5 IEMs that I've ever listened to. These have so much warmth and color to them. They're a super fun IEM to use for anything you throw at them, whether that's music or gaming. The sound stage on these is incredible for the price. It'll place you in a room full of instruments when you listen to music. While gaming, I can track people on the other side of a wall or a box to time my shot as they come around the corner. This is huge for me when holding angles in Valorant. These also translate sound at varying heights as well. If somebody's on a rafter on top of a building in like Apex, you can hear their exact positioning. Very impressed with how well the T2 Pluses accurately create an image of your environment. Also, I want to add that teammates' voices sound crystal clear on this. And as for that 3-layer cake, it's not an issue here. You're going to taste the vanilla, you're going to taste the strawberry, and you're definitely going to taste that chocolate.
What do you mean by that?
Now, if you don't mind spending that extra $30 over the KZ ZSNs, which I think you should, I truly believe these are worth the upgrade and are my pick of today. Okay, so the last IEM on the list is none other than the infamous Moondrop Aria. The build quality is great, the housing looks great, they're comfortable once you get the right fit. It's got a silver plated cable with nylon braided surface, which is nice when you're moving your head around and it's rubbing on you. The sound is really good. Not as fun as the T2 Pluses, but they are more balanced with some slight warmth on the lower end. And this is done to keep them from sounding too analytical and dry. Not a super bass heavy earbud, but it does satisfy your bass craving. Sound wise, I'd actually put these below the T2 Pluses, but above the KZ ZSN Pros in terms of clarity and overall enjoyment for music. Now the soundstage is the most accurate of the three of the list today, which kind of warrants that $80 price tag. So if you want more of that clinical precision when it comes to your music and your gaming sessions, you can't go wrong with the Moondrop Arias. I've been using them a lot and it's actually what sparked me to make this video. I've been recommending them to pros a lot. I think these are the ones you get if you are super competitive, you're not really focused on music, but you want the best of the best soundstage when it comes to gaming. Moondrop Aria. All right, so those are the 3 IEMs that I have for you today. Great options at every price range. For me, the winner today was the T2 Pluses. For $55, they'll give you everything you need in an IEM, a great sound, in and out of game, great comfort. They're fun to listen to for all genres of music. Soundstage and placing enemies is really good in game. Now, if you want the best of the best when it comes to IEMs, then go with the Moondrop Arias. The soundstage is ridiculously good for gaming. And of course, if you're on a budget, the KZ ZSN Pros will get the job done. Fair enough. So personally, I have switched over to using IEMs just because, man, having those big headphones on for long periods of time, it's just very fatiguing, and I love having these lightweight IEMs that sound amazing and do a good job at reproducing soundstage. So that's all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.